to us and to Oklahoma to just really get us going. And I think the score doesn't reflect how I know we can play, 20-6, and I give respect to Cincinnati. They are a good team, great defense, but I know we can play so much better, and we should have had a lot more yards rushing.
Well, and with the pass game the way it is, with Dylan and the receivers, especially playing the way they are, you don't need 300 on the ground, right? You just need to complement.
I mean, that's one of the things, with our receiving core, running backs, and DG, because not a lot of people have been talking about it, but he's a Heisman candidate. Another game of 300+ yards, I think a touchdown, rushing touchdown, and the fact that we have those weapons with DG at his disposal, like you said, we don't need to have a 300-yard rushing. Now, it would be bad, we'd love to have him
take it, right?
But we want to have, we want to get the hundreds, at least average, plus 5 yards per carry and whatnot. At least speaking to myself as an O-lineman in the O-line room, like that's something that we pride ourselves in. That's what we want, make our mark on. And as long as we protect up, which is great, we also want to do as much as we can in the run game. I mean, if we have 300+ yards in the run game, 300+ yards in the pass game, it doesn't hurt, But do it as much as we can.
Playing your first conference game, kind of stepped out of the competition. Maybe not the dazzling final scores they had,
right?
But did you learn something about the team this game?
Just that we've had 2 games where I feel like it's similar with this and SMU, and despite the 10-6 going into the half and then coming out and having those big plays, is that this team is resilient. And I know I wasn't here last year, but I just know this team is we're just different all around. The way Coach B was talking, defense is different. Where offense is going, we're different than last year. We started 3-0 last year. Now we're 4-0, and we just, like Coach B says, we want to know every single week. And the camaraderie of this team, this team is my family. We love everyone, like O-line, my brothers, DG's my brother. I think that love that we have for one another, that we'll go out and I'll die for you on that field. I'm gonna go out and not literally, but I'm gonna go kill someone on that field. I'm gonna put him in the dirt, make waffles. That's what we like to say in the O-line. But the resilience that we have, the camaraderie, we don't call people out, we call them up. Bad play that happens, hey, flush it. We'll look at it on Monday, but let's go next play. And that goes for everybody. DG, coach make a call or something, or the players. We are one team, one heartbeat.
What did you think of the DG takeover in the ground game? It kind of changed the way you guys were able to run the football.
Yeah, absolutely. And DG, people might not think, but he got some legs under him. He's a tough son of a gun too. He got hit a couple times, but it was a couple yards after the hit, especially on that touchdown run and a couple runs. I think it was like a few carries for 25 yards or whatnot. It may not seem a lot, but in the game, he made it where it counted. And DG, like I said before, as a team, he's also resilient, and he's gonna do whatever he can to help his team win.
Did it kind of soften up their defense a little bit?
Pardon?
Did that soften up their defense a little bit, just having him on the perimeter?
Yeah, I think just the fact that he's now he's like a threat to not only pass the ball, but you gotta watch out for him running the ball as well too.
You had the finish right on that touchdown. You helped Dylan get in there.
Yeah, so I have to go back and watch to see how it really went down. But I was supposed to be on the rush who's on the ball, so I went out on him. And then next thing I know, I see DG trying to get to the goal line, and I'm like, okay, what can I do to get him across? So he was right there, so I was like, let me try and bring him across, and he was able to get across the goal line. So anything we can do to get that touchdown.
Without getting too deep into it, has it dawned on you that your grandfather had a tip-in against Cincinnati and that you had a tip-in against Cincinnati?
I was thinking about it before the game, and you know what? I didn't even think about that. That's good. And I haven't read the article yet. It's come out, but my my mom, grandma, aunt, it's truly a beautiful thing. But it hasn't hit me. It didn't hit me then. But the fact that I'm in Cincinnati, those connections, who would have thought, coming from where I was in DC to Stanford.